viewers and listeners. It is your girl Melody Almay, and welcome back to a new episode of Melody Almay TV, the podcast. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that, you guys. I hate that intro, honestly. And you guys have not heard from me in about 6 months. I'm so sorry, you guys. Life just been lifey. It's just been crazy, you guys. I've just been wedding planning, working at the youth center, coaching for the Cardinal Divas, and doing many other money move making opportunities. I just have not found the time to sit down and talk to you. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I take the time out of my day to day and make sure that I give you guys a lengthy podcast episode. Your girl is trying to rebrand and revamp my content, okay? So as you guys can see, I have a new mic stand. Shout out to my supporter. I'm gonna put his Instagram out here. Shout out to you, Tamil Gardner. Shout out to you, Tamil, for seeing that I needed a mic and purchasing it for me, okay? Go follow him on Instagram at In Silent Night, okay? Shout out to you, Tamil, for really like supporting my brand, because it's like, you guys know that I've been having this platform, well, besides my podcast, but I've been having my Elise YouTube channel for about 5 years, and it's just been amazing to see how many people actually continue to watch my content. I know that even though I've been pretty consistent for the past 4 or 5 years, this past year I haven't been posting every single week like I normally do. So I really appreciate those who still tune in to me and want to support my channel and to help elevate it, because that's really chef's kiss. Shout out to you, Tamil, okay? So this episode is kind of like not as structured as my other episodes, because this is just going to be like a little sit down talk, okay, you guys? I'm just going to be talking to y'all and giving you guys life updates, answering some questions that you guys asked me, and then we're going to be getting into the main topic of today's podcast episode, which is, what do women really want? What do us women want, okay? And we're going to get into it. So if you guys are new to this podcast, welcome. I'm going to be posting at least once or twice. Let me stop. let me before I even tell y'all a time, like, I really want to like post on my YouTube channel at least once a week, and I want to post a podcast every once or twice or 3 times a month. To be realistic, it's probably gonna be 3 times a month, realistically speaking. I don't want to say once a week because y'all I tried to do the once a week thing and we all see how that ended up. So I think I'm good with posting a podcast 3 times a month. So we're gonna leave it at that. As you guys can see, I am filming here in my studio here in Los Angeles. Shout out to LA, okay? Shout out to LA for the vibes. As you guys can see, the sun is kind of setting. I've been taking all day trying to plan out this content for you. Let me know how y'all like it, okay? I'm trying to like, elevate it. So let me know how you guys like these vibes. If you guys are listening on any type of audio platform, make sure you guys rate this 5 stars, okay? So make sure you guys follow me on Patreon, because that's where you guys are going to get the exclusive content only on Patreon. This podcast is revamping, and we're going to be coming out with more and more content with solo episodes just like this one, podcast interviews, me traveling around and just talking to you guys, just things like that. Exclusive content that I wouldn't post here on my YouTube channel. So make sure you guys go ahead and support me on Patreon. If you guys are listening on YouTube, make sure you guys go smash that subscribe button and join the baby family, because we're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, okay? I'm not trying to say I'm gonna get there, but y'all gotta get me there. Go subscribe and smash that like button and leave me a comment and let me know how you guys like this video, how you guys like this content, what you guys would like to see in the future. And until then, let's go ahead and get into this episode. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with these life updates. So what's going on? So I brought my little tea so I can sip on this while I talk to you guys. So, but you guys, let's go ahead and get into these life updates. What's been going on in my life in this past 6 months since I last posted a podcast episode? So our wedding day is literally a year from now. 365 days until we go down the aisle and say I do. That's crazy. That's insane to me. First off, I'm still kind of getting used to being an engaged woman. So planning a wedding is just been crazy and insane to me. Just trying to find, first off, a budget. Finding a budget, because you guys know I am a social media influencer, baby. Me seeing those numbers as like a budget or like, as a possibility, I'm like, about to pass out. So if you guys know any type of vendors or any type of wedding dress designers or anybody who's willing to help me in exchange for content, let me know, because yeah, this wedding planning has been insane. So just to start off with the venue. So we decided that we're probably going to have the wedding in Indiana, most likely not Chicago. We definitely are not doing it here in Los Angeles because yeah, it's expensive. We're gonna be going out of town this weekend for a couple weddings that we're gonna actually attend ourselves. But since we're gonna be coming home for a little while, we're going to visit some venues. And as you guys already know, I'm going to be definitely recording content so you guys can be along my journey, because you guys know I want to capture and relive the moment. And you only get one wedding day, so I want to make it as special as I can. And it's actually insane to think about that all of my family members and all my friends and all of his friends and his family members are going to be in one place at the same time, and it's going to be all about us. And it's crazy, but it's actually very, very exciting. And it's just a lot to think about. It's a lot of details that you have to think about when planning a wedding. So even though it seems like it's pretty far away, it's going to be here before I know it. So please pray for me that I continue to just enjoy this experience instead of stressing, because I really do not want to start stressing. And I just hope that this day is one to remember that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. So yes, that's that. We're going to be visiting a couple of venues in Indiana, and I'm super excited. I would definitely want to have an outside wedding, definitely not inside. I'll definitely give you guys updates as I go along, but that's happening, and that's happening soon. So I'll definitely share details with you guys as we progress. So moving on to another life update. So as you guys know, I'm still coaching for the Cardinal Divas at the University of Southern California, and I am so excited to start off another season. You guys know my first season coaching with them was last season, and this is their second year of being a team, part of USC Athletics. So this is pretty big because they never had a majorette style dance team at University of Southern California. I'm so happy to be a part of this and to really like train these girls to be the best that they can be, because they are already so talented. It's not a surprise because I'm going to tell you now, but I plan on bringing the founder and captain of the Cardinal Divas here on the podcast to share an episode with you guys on how she started the Cardinal Divas and how it's going, etc. So make sure you guys comment down below some questions that you would like me to ask her and some things that you want me to cover during her podcast episode, because as y'all know, there's a lot going on with USC right now. Like, I'll be so mad if I work so hard for 4 years and I can't even have a real graduation. So yeah, I'm gonna be asking her stuff like that and stuff about the Cardinal Divas and the future of the Cardinal Divas in a future episode coming up, so stay tuned for that. And the Divas of Compton, I've been working there for about a year, and I love that job, you guys. Around this time last year, I was praying really, really hard to God about having steady income to pay my bills, because you guys know I've been living in LA for 5 years now, and I have not had a real job. So this is my first real job. Well, I asked God, can you please help me with the opportunity where I can still have flexibility to do my own content, but I can still make steady income? And then bam, I don't know what it was, but I don't know, I had reached out to the coach, and then when I had reached out, I seen that she sent me a message 3 or 4 years ago when I first moved to LA in 2019, a whole paragraph asking me if I could become a coach at the Divas of Compton 3 years ago. And I'm like, how did I not see this? So opportunities come in their own divine timing, and I learned that day, and a year later here I am. And I feel like this job is so fulfilling because there's so many young girls that come up to me and were like, Coach Melody, let me show you this dance move, or like, I saw you on Instagram and I want to try that dance move that you just did on Instagram. And I'm like, I love to inspire, because you guys know that my whole goal on this channel in life is to inspire others. So I want to be inspired so I can inspire you guys. So I feel like this job helps me be that catalyst to inspire young girls and uplift them, because when I was their age, when I was their age, I was a mess, okay? So I wish I had some type of guidance and some type of teacher uplifting me on all that I can do and all that I can go for at a young age, so I can start striving from them then. So at this point, I could be a beast, you know? I wanna be a beast, you know, and I see a lot of potential and a lot of love around that, you know, around that job. So I just really loved it. I just really love it. I just have a quick question. I'm not gonna really even get it too far into it, but me and my fiance are actually looking into like real estate, that type of stuff. So if you guys have any type of advice on making income as couples, making income into real estate, like as far as Airbnbs or flipping houses or just revamping apartments, condos, whatever, and any type of advice, real estate, anything making money. Like my fiance, he likes to build stuff and like recreate stuff. Me, I like the decorating part, the decorating aspect, and like making like the whole aesthetic. That's my type of vibe. So if you guys have any type of advice, make sure you guys comment down below. Okay, and then the last announcement before we go ahead and get into this video is I'm finally hosting a dance class. I've been honestly really kind of going back and forth about hosting in dance classes. Was like, bitch, you need to be taking dance classes. But you know what? I'm gonna host and take classes. You know, why not do both? I'm super excited to announce that I will be having my very first majorette dance workshop here in Los Angeles, California, specifically Compton, California. I will be hosting a dance clinic in June, okay? So if you guys want to join my class, make sure you guys DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is 2_MelodyAlmayTV. So if you guys are really interested in doing some stands, doing some walks, doing some catch-ons with the dolls, me. This is kind of like me getting my toes wet just to see how y'all like it. And we might do more most likely. So let's go ahead and get into this next segment of this podcast episode, which is I had asked some of my supporters on Instagram to ask some questions to me. And I will probably be doing this each episode so you guys can get to know me a little bit more. So we can, you know, engage a little bit, y'all, because, you know, I love y'all, okay? And I want y'all to get to know me. So we're going to get into this new segment of my podcast, which is going to be questions from my supporters. You guys asked me some questions, so I'm going to be answering a few of them before we go ahead and get into this podcast episode. So first question is from Jasmine Carter 504, and she asks, what does marriage mean to me? So first off, people in our day and age do not take marriage seriously, but me personally, I take marriage very, very, very seriously. I haven't grew up seeing my mother and my father living happy, like married lives, or like, you know, my family members being married. So marriage is not like a reoccurring theme around me or in my family. So the most that I could see as far as examples of good marriage is what I see on TV. I haven't really seen marriages that last over 30 plus years that actually don't end in crash and burn. But it's really my genuine hope to really only get married one time. And with marriage, that means commitment, loyalty. That means it's compromise. It means it's about being happy. A lot of people think that just because you're married to somebody, or it's just because you got kids with them and you're married to them, that you have to stay with them, but you have to be genuinely happy. I feel like happiness means a lot to me when it comes to marriage, and I just want to live a happy life. Happy marriage means happy life, and I feel like communication is very important, and I just want to be married forever, okay? I'm gonna work it out, honestly. And y'all already know from past episodes, I said that we can work out anything as long as you don't cheat, put your hands on me, and that's it. That's really it. That's like the two factors. That anything else we can work out, like literally anything else. It's just a matter of just communication, or just seeing a marriage counselor or a therapist or whatever. But I feel like everything could be worked out, and I feel like me personally, marriage means a lot to me. Even before I had met my fiance and like got engaged, I was dating to get married. I wasn't dating just to date. I was dating for something more. So a lot of people in our generation, they just date to play games and just date to date and have any type of intentions. If you really want to be married and you want to have a committed relationship, I feel like come in dating and be intentional, okay? Coming into dating and be intentional is very important. That's my little tad bit, because y'all know I can get a little wordy. So hopefully I answered that question without getting off track. So that's what marriage means to me. So the next question is from Melanin Fitness Queen _ shout out to Melanin Fitness Queen, girl. You always comment, you always engage with me, so I really appreciate your support. Okay, so Melanin Fitness Queen said relationships and self-love, dance, and she just put the shrug shoulders. Girl, what? Relationships and self-love and dance. So I'm going to save the self-love part because that kind of stems into what we're going to talk about in today's episode. And relationships, we'll talk about relationships and self-love in a couple moments. So the last question that I'm going to be answering is from Marcus in Motion. Shout out to you, Marcus in Motion. Marcus _in_ motion said, your coaching experience and your dance goals moving forward. So I kind of already touched base on my coaching experience. You guys know I love it. I love it here, okay? This is literally me living my dream. But my dance goals moving forward. So this is actually a very good question because I haven't really talked about this. And a lot of people ask me this all the time as far as me dancing for somebody and like dancing behind somebody and going on tours and stuff. I can't say that I don't see that for myself, but I don't want that for myself because you guys, number one, dancers do not get paid. They do not get paid and they're treated as the bottom of the barrel, okay? So the artist, everybody else comes before the dancers, and I don't want to be treated like that. Like, I feel like I've been dancing my whole entire life and I've been humbled so many times, baby. I'm humble, okay? You can't humble me anymore. I'm sorry. I've been humbled, and I feel like as far as going on tour and being talked down to, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'll just walk away. It's not that serious. No amount of money, no amount of fame or any type of gratification can make me kiss anybody's ass or do that. So yeah, that's the number one thing. And a lot of y'all ask me, am I thinking about joining any type of NBA or NFL dance teams? The answer is hell no. You know what? And that's because they don't get paid either. You guys, I live in Los Angeles and it's very expensive out here. So any type of opportunity to make me coin, then I'm not going to take it, okay? Time is money and money is time, okay? I really do love dance, and as far as dance in the future, what I see myself as being is just doing what I'm doing now. Teaching, training, and continuing to dance, because as you guys know, with anything, if you don't use it, you will lose it. So I'm going to continue stretching, dancing, brushing up on my technique, and just expressing myself through dance. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to today's topic, which is, what do women really want? Okay, so we're going to get into this podcast, and I had like wrote down like a couple notes so I can give you guys a little more information, so never mind me if I look at my phone right now. Okay, so I have here listed 7 different things on what I personally think that women want. When people ask me advice or when I try to give advice, I don't just say what I see on the internet or say what I think the advice should be, but I'm going to give you guys personal experience advice, okay? Advice that I have personal experience on. What I feel that women want is to acquire self-love. Women want high self-esteem and confidence. Women want to be loved. Women want genuine friendships. Women want peace. Women want success. And lastly, women want to be true to themselves. Under these little topics, I have little subtopics that I'll go into, but let's go ahead and get into the first want, which is self-love, to acquire self-love. Y'all, when it comes to self-love and confidence and anything in that realm, I get questions on this all the time because, to be honest, me personally, as you guys know, I'm going to give you guys experiences that I've personally gone through. When it comes to self-love, growing up as a little girl, I, of course, got picked on because I had dreadlocks, I had bug teeth, I had no chest, I just had like little things that I was insecure about and people picked on me about. So that really hurt my self-confidence and my self-love. But as I grew older, I learned to care less, which is kind of opposite. It's kind of weird. I remember my mom telling me that, hey, people are going to tell you you're beautiful, but all that matters is what's inside. But me, myself, I was like, who was beautiful, because I didn't even think I was beautiful at that time. But as I grew older and I'm like, wow, I really am a beautiful girl and I really do love myself. But it really just took me taking those negative thoughts out of my head and replacing them with positive, and really just looking in the mirror and seeing these are lies that people told me. People are going to tell you things that aren't true, and it's up to you to believe them. People can tell me I have pimples all over my face and I'll be like super self-conscious that I got pimples all over my face, and I look in
in the mirror and I don't see any. It's just like a mind thing. So when it comes to self-love and confidence, try not to listen to the outsiders. Only listen to yourself and see what you see. Because really all that matters is what you think about yourself, not what other people think about you, honestly. When women want to acquire self-love, they think, how can I tune in to myself more? Like, how do I know what I like and what I don't like? What serves me, what doesn't serve me? How can I get to know myself on a deeper level? And honestly, the best way to get to know yourself on a deeper, more spiritual level is number one, get a closer relationship with God. Definitely. God has been my strength through everything, you guys, especially moving to LA, my relationships, everything. God has been the center of it all. And honestly, if I didn't develop a closer relationship with him, I would not be in the position that I am in now. So I really, really recommend those who don't have a relationship or you're seeking a relationship to start by just talking to him. Like, it's not even always having to go to church, but just tell him how you feel. Like, just talk to him. It literally took me to where I didn't have anybody to talk to, and I was just crying and like, it literally came to the point where I was just praying to God. And it might not take you that, but I'm just telling you, when you develop a close relationship with God, that's like the first step of getting a closer relationship with you. The next thing is, by finding the things that you like to do, is just trying to do everything and then realizing that if you like it or not, okay? Like, for instance, you want to try Korean barbecue because it looks good on Instagram and it's a nice little aesthetic, but you go over there and then you realize that this is raw meat and I gotta cook this myself. I might as well be at home. So now you realize that you don't like it anymore, so it doesn't serve you. So you just going out and doing things and seeing if you like it or not, it shows you how you can get closer to yourself by doing the things that you like to do, that brings you happiness, that brings you peace. You can go on a walk. For me, I like to take baths. That's my form of self-care. I like to take long baths, y'all. Not like them baths that you gotta have 5 water bottles lined up so you won't die in the bathtub, that type of bath. But I enjoy it. You can get your hairs done, nails, facial, any type of beauty needs. If that's your form of self-care, go do it, okay? Do it up. But just do things that just give you the fulfillment in life. That helps you develop your self-love and get close to yourself and get closer to God. So another thing you can do is start journaling. That's something that I've started last year, you guys, and I went back and I read my journal from like the past year, and I literally see like I'm like, who is this girl? I had to see a whole journey of self-development just through my journal. And I'm like, wow. If I hadn't written this down, then I would have never known that I had grown mentally in my life, because I feel like I'm always in the same spot, but I'm really not. So really journal, even if it takes like 20 minutes out of your day. It doesn't have to be every day. I know it's hard to write in your journal every day because sometimes you don't have something to say. Sometimes it's hard to write down how you feel, but really just take the time to write down your emotions, your feelings, what's going on with your life. And it just helps you get to know yourself. It helps you get to know where you're at in life. So you guys, you have to take steps towards uncomfortability in order to be comfortable. For example, Lord, dance. Dance is the perfect example for this because, as you guys know, I've been dancing my whole entire life. But when I first moved to LA, I was taking dances every single day. I was training, I was giving, I was serving. But baby, ever since after COVID, I just haven't been feeling like it. So I've watched the people that have started training with me get so much better. So if I take my ass back to class and stand next to Gina, who I started with, and she killing me, I feel shitty. So I realized though that I have to be uncomfortable, which is I have to go take my ass to dance class and be uncomfortable by messing up and sweating and slipping and falling in order to be comfortable and really kill it. So that's like a little example. So you have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. A great example is working out, y'all. Ooh, working out. That's one thing that it's so hard. You know how uncomfortable it is when you pulling up on that bar and your arms are hurting, your muscles are straining, but the uncomfortability is building your muscles so you can have the strength to get up there. So next time you go up there, it's easy. It's comfortable. You're comfortable doing it because you already went through that uncomfortability. I think you guys get it now. Definitely get used to being uncomfortable in order to get to the comfortable. And the last thing that I put to acquire self-love is to surround yourself around supportive people who are there to support you along your journey of life. So So that means if you got that friend who always hating on you, if you got that friend in your life, cut them off, baby, because they're not going to help you thrive and succeed in this world. So make sure that you keep a great circle around you if you're trying to develop yourself in this journey of life. So the next subtopic that I have for what women want is high self-esteem and confidence. So we as women always seek perfection, okay? When it comes to anything, hair, nails, especially body. Oh my gosh, don't even let me get into that. We're never satisfied as a woman. Whenever we look at ourselves in the mirror, we're always picking ourselves apart, looking at what we don't like more than all the things that we love. So number one, baby, I want to make this transparent. Let me take my sip of tea first. It's a bug right there. Never mind. This is why you look at your drink before you take a sip, because you never know. Anyway, hey, ladies, Facetune is noticeable, okay? Stop it. I use Facetune, okay? I use Facetune on 1 or 2. Baby, I can tell y'all that y'all been using Facetune on 5 or 6. Facetune is noticeable, and you guys don't have to go crazy. Y'all don't have to go that crazy on them Facetune edits. I just want to let y'all know. It's not necessary, especially if you're a beautiful girl. Like, you definitely don't need that. And I understand people do that to make their pictures look more professional and pop out, but it makes it look more fake. That's just my opinion. So when it comes to high self-esteem and confidence, social media plays a huge part on that, okay? Because when it comes to our generation, I see a lot of reoccurring events of, and I'm not talking about myself specifically, thank God. I always talk about my mama, like, thank God I got the mama I got and the parents that I got. But women who have not healed the little girl that's in them, the trauma that's in them. I feel that if you don't acknowledge or address the issues and the trauma that you have been through in the past, it's just going to keep on popping up. It's going to keep on affecting you in your life somehow, some way, unless you address it. So how you can heal the little girl in you is, number 1, pray, acknowledge it. Number 2, 3, seek professional help if needed. I know a lot of people say mental health is real, but it really is. And a lot of people need a therapist, and it's truly fine. It's nothing wrong with seeking help and seeking a therapist is somebody to talk to, because depression is real. Self-esteem is very, very important, especially as a woman. Confidence is important as a woman because that emulates. People can see whether you're not confident or not. So you want to build that on your own, because people can see right through that. You can't just fake confidence. Some people really do fake it and then they go home and they're not really confident, but let that not be you. Let you be truly confident and you truly working on yourself and your confidence. I have put down right here, it's hard to look people in the eye when you're talking to them, but have you tried looking at yourself in the eyes? That also can help you build your confidence by looking at yourself in the mirror in the eyes and telling yourself all the things you love about yourself. You don't always have to say it out loud, but mentally put it up there that you are beautiful, you are smart. I love your eyes, I love your hips, I love your lips, I love everything about you. Really retain that in your spirit. The last thing I put right here on high self-esteem and confidence, stop that shy shit, okay? If you know me, you know I hate a shy chick, okay? Stop it. Be confident. Speak up. I'm not gonna say any names, but I remember I followed this girl on social media and I just had like a thing in my head that, you know, you follow somebody on social media, you automatically think that y'all friends, right? So I meet her in person, and mind you, we talk on DMs and everything, and like she's like super energetic and bubbly and everything on social media and in the DMs, but when I meet her in person, she's like, hi, how you doing? Like, speak up, stand up. I hate it, y'all. I hate it. That's like my biggest pet peeve, y'all. Please stop being shy, okay? There's nowhere else to say it. There's no way else to say it. Stop that shy shit today. Okay. All right, moving on. Women want to be loved. When it comes to women, especially, we always seek that perfect relationship, the perfect relationship goals. But it's very important for you to know that what you see off social media, 90% of the time is not real. It's all a facade, and you never know what people are going through behind closed doors. So not every relationship is as good as it seems, but it takes work to keep a relationship. So don't ever compare yourself to other people, because you never, especially people you don't even know. No. Try not to seek perfect relationships. Just try to seek somebody who is good for you. Try to take out the perfect in everything, because nothing in life is perfect. So somebody had asked me, how do you seek love after trauma? So that is really, really hard, okay? Seeking love after you've been traumatized by a man or anybody, it's super, super hard. And it really takes, like I said, you to heal yourself in order to seek out for somebody else, because you don't want anybody else to try to heal you, because they're not a counselor, they're not a therapist. That's some work that you have to do before you go and seek out a partner. I would definitely recommend that after you've been through something traumatic and you're still trying to find love, definitely number one is heal. And that means facing the pain, praying about it, going through it. And after you are on the other side, you can really put yourself out there by, I wouldn't say date right away, because that's not even me. Like, I wouldn't date right away after I've been in a very, really hard situation. I would honestly just focus, like if I were you, I would just focus on you, focus on your goals, focus on what you got to do, and honestly will come to you in the perfect timing. You never know. You never know. I would say focus on you, and then love will come to you if it's really worth it, okay? Don't try to be desperate. Don't try to have these perfect expectations on a man, and just relax and understand that everything's going to happen in its own timing, and heal first. Heal first before you try to mess with a man or any type of relationship. Heal, sis, okay? Heal.
All right, so the next subtopic we have is genuine friendships. Women want genuine friendships. How do I know that my friend is truly happy for me even when they see I'm doing better than they are? Like, how do we know this? Truly. And to answer your question, you never really know until they show you their true colors. So you as a friend, you kind of got to gauge them. My gauge is, can I depend on this person if I need them? If I feel like I can't depend on you, like if I'm on the side of the road and I need somebody to pick me up or give me gas, or I'm in the middle of the alley, I need somebody to come save me, that you will come and help me as a genuine friend. Like, you genuinely care if I'm alive or dead. That shows you that you're a genuine friend. So can I rely on you? Can I trust you? That shows you if that's a genuine friend or not. And when it comes to friendships, I feel like people will show their true colors eventually, and it's up to you to see the red flags or not. And that's with friendships, that's with relationships, that's with anything. It's up to you to see those red flags and take it for what it is. And then also, you don't really need a lot of friends, honestly, to get where you have to be. All you need is people who genuinely support you. And honestly, it takes a lot for me to call you a friend, as you know. So think about that. Be very picky on who you call a friend and who you really keep in your life on this journey of self-love. Okay, you guys, I have 3 more topics and then we're going to actually end out this podcast. So the next one that we have is what women want is peace. Women want peace. And that really does aim back into having a relationship with God. Having a relationship with God will bring you so much peace. There's so much chaos in the world, and all you need is just that haven. Let God be that haven for you guys. I really want you guys to really dig deeper in having a really good relationship with God, because that will be your ultimate peace. Don't always run to substances in order to attain peace. So that means alcohol, weed. That's for me. Anything that numbs your pain instead of you just dealing with it face on. You want to definitely deal with it, because it's just always going to come back around. You have to deal with that face on in order to attain peace. And the last thing that I'm going to say as far as attaining peace is be still. It says in the Bible, peace, be still. All you have to do is just close your eyes, listen to the world around you, and just be still. And then that's where you attain peace. It's just being still. As women, we want success. I just want to be successful. That's Thanksgiving. I just wanna be successful. And when it comes to success, I think about opportunities. I think about constant opportunities. And when it comes to opportunities, I think about not just opportunities, but opportunities without being harassed by a man. There are so many men in any type of industry where they will try to flirt with you in order for you to succeed in the business. Or on the other hand, where a woman would try to little girl you to make herself feel better. So there's a lot to deal with when it comes to trying to seek success, but you just have to be laser focused. That means writing down your goals. Baby steps is the best way to think about it. Every day you're working towards that goal. When it comes to success, try not to get overwhelmed, because I feel like that really stops us from succeeding. I feel like we think about all the stuff that we can't do before the things that we can do. One thing that I'm learning right now, even today, is to work with the things things that you do have instead of focusing on the things that you don't have. Because you never know, the things that you do have today might be exactly what you need to move forward in your goals, in your life. You have to be grateful for the things that you have today in order to receive more blessings in the future. So you have to make sure that you're focused on now. One thing that I took from my good sis Issa Rae, y'all know my girl is a filmmaker, writer, all of that, really, really inspirational. But one thing that I always keep in mind of what she says is that she was more creative and put out better projects when she was broke rather than when she was actually had the money and was rich. She was more creative. She felt like her content was better basically when she was broke than when she was actually got the money. So use what you have. Use what you have. If you want to start a YouTube channel and you don't know what to do, just set up your phone. That's all you need. You don't even need an editor. You don't need software, any of that. Just use what you have, and you never know who you might be inspiring by you starting yourself, okay? I know that it takes a lot to achieve any type of goal, but if you just work on it little by little every day, you'll get there. The word is consistent. And one thing that I always tell my friends or anybody who wants to do something, I just tell them, don't think about it, just do it. Because if you think about it, when you get to start thinking about it, you started getting overwhelmed, you started to get anxiety and all these type of weird feelings. Just do it. If you just do it and not think about it, it's done. And now you think about it, I'm like, wow, I'm so glad I didn't stress over that because now it's done and it's like, wow, what's next? So just keep your eyes on the goals and just know that the sky is the limit. It's never too late to achieve your goals. Oh, and last thing before I get into the last subtopic, manifestation is real, okay? I know a lot of y'all be saying like manifestation. Manifestation and prayer, it kind of works hand in hand with each other. Manifestation and prayer. Just know manifestation is real, and if you just speak it, it will happen, okay? Last thing is be true to yourself. Be true. There's so many fake people out here in this world. Please do not be one of them. You want to be true to yourself in every single way because people understand genuine spirits. People relate to people who are relatable. Okay, so the last topic that I will be speaking on in this video is women want to be true to themselves. So when I say be true to yourself, I'm telling you, be confident. That means do what you have to do to make you feel confident. Makeup, whatever, hair, nails, whatever to make you feel confident, but still be true to yourself. So the last thing that I wanted to say before I end this podcast is let's start on building that inner person. You want to build your mind by doing things like reading, learning about the things that you're really interested in, and then you can build your body by exercising. What's really important is your health. What I learned this week that you can look perfectly fine on the outside. Like you can have abs, okay? You can look perfectly good on the outside, but the inside, it could be trash. Your visceral fat could be terrible.
Like all of that. So you want to really exercise not only your mind but your body so that they're in tune with each other and that you're in tune with yourself. So those are my 7 things that I wanted to focus on what women want, which is to acquire self-love, have high self-esteem and confidence, to be loved, genuine friendships, peace, success, and to be true to yourself. So do just that. So the very last thing that I want to do before I end out this podcast, which is going to be a new thing that I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be answering a question in this 300 questions about me thing that I got from my mom. This is really, really interesting. This really has been helping not only my fiance, but me to learn about myself. So I had my fiance pick a question. So I'm going to have him read it real quick and I'm going to answer it.
If the world was ending tomorrow, what would you want to do today?
Read it like a normal person.
I'm sorry, this
if
is my...
If the world was ending tomorrow, what would you do today? You wouldn't talk like that.
If the world was ending tomorrow, what would you do today?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that question.
Anytime.
Oh, if the world was ending tomorrow, what would I do today? That is a really good question to end this episode off. And what I would do today is tell everybody that I love them. That's number 1. Let everybody know that I love them. I would sing, I would dance, I would do everything that I could possibly do before it's too late. Yeah, that's how I would spend my last 24 hours. Comment down below and let me know, what would you do if today was your last day on earth? Let me know. That's a really good question. And ultimately, let me know how you guys think about this episode. I really enjoyed this solo episode with you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's podcast. If you guys like this video and you're listening on any type of audio platforms, make sure you rate this video 5 stars and leave me a comment and let me know what you guys want me to talk about next episode. Smash that subscribe button, and until next time, I will see you in the next episode of Melody Almay TV, the podcast. Bye.